Meghan Markle's Hollywood implosion, begging for scraps as Netflix dumps her and the Daily Mail spins lies. The royal train wreck nobody can look away from. What in the name of Hollywood's shattered dreams is going on with Meghan Markle? The former Duchess of Sussex, once hailed as a royal rebel turned Tinseltown titan, is now spiraling into a vortex of desperation, so blatant it's practically a reality show in itself. The headlines scream chaos. Netflix is pulling the plug on her $100 million deal, her brand is crumbling faster than a sandcastle at high tide, and she's allegedly groveling for a seat at the most toxic table in daytime television Whoopi Goldberg's The View. Yes, you read that right. Meghan Markle, the woman who once dined with queens, is now begging to sit next to Whoopi. What's next? A cameo on Jersey Shore? But hold the popcorn, because the real scandal here isn't just Meghan's freefall, it's the jaw-dropping audacity of the Daily Mail, churning out what can only be described as pure, unfiltered propaganda. They're claiming, brace yourself, that despite Meghan and Prince Harry's string of catastrophic flops, Netflix is still ready to shower them with a $60 million payday. $60 million. For what? A half-baked lifestyle show and a rosé wine nobody can even buy consistently? Are they snorting glitter in the Daily Mail newsroom? Because this is beyond delusional, it's a masterclass in fiction. Let's rip the Band-Aid off and dive into the real story, the one Hollywood's whispering about behind closed doors. Meghan Markle is in full-blown panic mode, and it's not pretty. According to Rob Shooter, a Hollywood insider with a track record of breaking bombshells, he was the first to spill the tea on Netflix dumping Meghan. The former royal is hustling harder than a used car salesman on commission. She's pitching everything from lifestyle shows to docuseries to wait-for-it daytime talk shows. She's even floated herself as a potential panelist on The View, a move so desperate it's like watching a shipwreck survivor cling to a piece of driftwood. An insider spilled to Shooter's shelter scoop, she's terrified of fading into irrelevance. At this point, she'd take a hot topic seat next to Whoopi if they let her. Netflix's cold shoulder, the deal that never delivered. Let's rewind to the fairy tale that never was. Back in 2021, fresh off their Oprah Winfrey tell-all, Meghan and Harry inked a $100 million deal with Netflix, a move that had Hollywood buzzing. They were the golden couple, poised to conquer streaming with their royal charisma and progressive ideals. Fast forward to 2025, and it's a different story, one of flops, fumbles, and a whole lot of what were they thinking? Their reality show? A one-hit wonder that fizzled out faster than a sparkler on the 4th of July. Their other projects? Either shelved, scrapped, or so poorly received, they barely registered on Netflix's radar. With Love, Meghan, her lifestyle show, is limping back for a second season this fall. But don't be fooled by the PR spin. A snarky source told Shooter, Netflix barely blinked. Translation, they're contractually obligated, not enthusiastic. And then there's As Ever, Meghan's lifestyle brand that's less empire and more emperor's new clothes. The brand's flagship product, a Napa Valley Rosé, is so inconsistently stocked it's become a running joke. Royal News Network nailed it. How does Meghan expect to build a brand when you can never buy the same product twice? The latest email blast from As Ever penned in Meghan's signature pseudo-intellectual wellness jargon touts a 2024 rosé restock with cringeworthy lines like evoke the sun-drenched spirit of Napa Valley and clink glasses as the sun sets. It's giving infomercial vibes, not luxury. And don't get me started on the 10 out of 10 reviews she's quoting. Blind taste tests? Best rosé? Who's buying this hype? Certainly not Netflix, who insiders say couldn't care less about As Ever. The numbers don't lie, and they're brutal. Harry's documentaries Polo and Heart of Invictus were DOA, with Polo scraping a measly 500,000 global viewers and ranking a pathetic 34,036 on Netflix's charts. With Love, Meghan? It hit number 383 on the What We Watch list, which sounds semi-respectable until you realize that's still in the top 5% of Netflix's output, hardly a ringing endorsement. For context, it outperformed Queer Eye, but guess what? Netflix just axed Queer Eye for being a flop. So, comparing Meghan's show to a cancelled series isn't the flex the Daily Mail thinks it is. The Daily Mail's propaganda machine. A $65 million fantasy. Speaking of the Daily Mail, let's talk about their latest fever dream. In a piece so absurd it could double as satire, Alison Boshoff claims Meghan and Harry are sitting on a new gold mine. She's peddling the laughable notion that Netflix is prepping a $65 million first-look deal for the couple, akin to the one Barack and Michelle Obama scored after their own Netflix deal tanked. Boshoff even has the gall to suggest the Sussexes will rake in more money next year than they did this year. More money? For what? A rosé nobody can find and a lifestyle show nobody watches? This isn't journalism, it's a press release straight from Montecito's PR machine. The Daily Mail's spin is so blatant it's almost performance art. They're painting Meghan as a visionary backed by Netflix's Ted Sarandos, who's supposedly her biggest fan. They're hyping a third season of With Love, Meghan, if she wants it, and teasing new lifestyle shows tied to Thanksgiving and Christmas gatherings. It's all sunshine and rosé until you dig deeper and find the truth buried at the bottom of the article. Archewell Productions, the couple's production company, is bleeding cash. Running their team and office costs $3 million a year, and with the Netflix deal imploding, belt tightening is inevitable. Projects like a rom-com based on Meet Me at the Lake are on ice, and even Boshoff admits the couple is horrible at making decisions. But she buries that bombshell under layers of fluff, hoping readers won't notice. The Daily Mail's agenda is clear: rehabilitate Meghan and Harry's image at all costs. They're not alone. Other outlets like the Daily Telegraph are piling on, with senior journalist Eleanor Mills penning a vile piece claiming King Charles's reign will be a failure if he doesn't reconcile with Harry. Really? A king's legacy hinges on a man who trashed his family on global television? It's a coordinated effort to prop up the Sussexes, and it reeks of desperation. Meghan's begging bowl. From Netflix to The View. While the Daily Mail spins fairy tales, Hollywood's telling a darker story. Meghan's marriage is reportedly on shaky ground, with Harry focusing on fatherhood and charity work while she fights for relevance solo. Her credibility? Shattered. Her brand? A mess. Her Netflix deal? Dead in the water. Insiders say she's broken, and it's hard to argue. She's pitching every idea under the sun, from docuseries to talk shows, but nobody's biting. The View rumor is particularly telling. That show is a circus of clashing egos, and even they might find Meghan too toxic. As Angela Levin, Prince Harry's biographer, put it, Meghan would talk non-stop about herself. Nobody wants that. The View isn't the only lifeline Meghan's chasing. There's talk of summits to reconcile with the British royal family, a move that smells like a last-ditch effort to stay relevant. After all, what's left to sell if not their royal ties? But the royals have grey-rocked them, and the public's tired of their whining. As Maureen Callahan told Kinsey Schofield, they have nothing to contribute to the culture. Ouch. The Invictus Games. A shameless PR stunt. And then there's the Invictus Games, once a noble cause for wounded veterans, now a shameless vehicle for Harry and Meghan's rehabilitation. The 2027 Games in Birmingham are already stirring controversy, with Harry angling to drag King Charles into the spotlight. Worse, Meghan's planning to attend, ready to steal the show with speeches and short shorts. Veterans are reportedly fed up, with some calling for the Games to be cancelled. As Levin fumed, it's not about the veterans anymore. It's about Harry and Meghan. The timing smack in the middle of Queen Camilla's 80th birthday week feels like a deliberate jab. These two don't miss a chance to stir the pot. The bottom line: a Hollywood disaster. Meghan and Harry's Hollywood dream is a nightmare, and no amount of Daily Mail spin can hide it. Netflix isn't shelling out $65 million for a couple who can't deliver. A face-saving first-look deal might be in the works thanks to Sarandos's soft spot for Meghan, but it's a far cry from the blockbuster deal they once had. Archewell Productions is on life support, as ever is a joke, and Meghan's hustling for gigs nobody wants. The Royal News Network summed it up. She needs to drop the Games, stock correctly, and actually have a functional company. But let's be real, Meghan can't. She's too busy chasing fame to build anything real. So, what's next for the Duchess of Disaster? A seat on The View? A rosé empire that never materializes? Or maybe a return to the royal fold, hat in hand? Whatever it is, one thing's certain. Hollywood's watching, and they're not impressed. As for the Daily Mail, they need to lay off the crack pipe and start reporting the truth. Until then, we'll keep calling it like we see it. Meghan Markle's empire is crumbling, and no PR stunt can save her now. Want the real scoop on Meghan's meltdown? Head to www.outspoken.live for unfiltered truth, no propaganda. Sign up free and join the fight for honest journalism.